to Zombiethon Sprints. I'm being joined today by my zombie friend Jen. She's not really a zombie.
I
She's
just
actually on
I
the
just look
zombie.
like one.
She's actually on the zombie squad. She's going to help us and not have to be eaten by zombies. But hello, everyone. Hello, Jen. How are you on this
Really?
Monday? I
You
feel
know, I'm
like
doing
most
okay for a Monday. How about you?
I think most people do feel like zombies on a Monday, depending on how much they did over the weekend, which I had a pretty busy weekend considering it was a rainy weekend. But I'm not going to complain because I got to go to the movies. What's so ironic is that I went to go see Hokum, which is based in Ireland, Irish folklore, and then my husband and I were trying to decide where we were going to go eat. And he's like, well, how about Brady's? And Brady's is an Irish pub, like called an Irish pub down in downtown Hammond. And so we ended up going there, and it was like, this was not planned at all. But I thought it was so fitting that we ended up eating there. Now, I did not eat an Irish dish. They do have some Irish dishes. They have shepherd's pie, they have fish and chips, and they have something else, bangers and
Mash.
mash. Yes,
Bangers
they
and
have
mash.
those, they have that. The only reason I did not get the bangers and mash or the shepherd's pies because of the peas. I'm not a pea person. I don't like peas. And they had peas in the both of them. And fish and chips, I'm like, I'm not going to get that. So I ended up getting the salmon and it was so good. And then there was not really my husband got a Guinness, which is an Irish beer, but I ended up getting an apple martini. I wanted a margarita, but they only had the ones, they didn't have frozen ones. So I ended up getting the apple martini, which was fine. It was very tasty, very tasty. But
That's
anyway,
good.
that's how I spent my Saturday after Saturday morning momentum. And then yesterday I was out and about because it was a sunny day. But yeah, it's just this weekend just seemed like I had a lot going on. How about your weekend? How did it turn out?
It was busy too. I had a doctor's appointment Friday, and Tim was with me, so we went to see Hokum Friday. But we had Mexican after, so we were definitely not thematic. But another fan, big fan of Hokum here right now for sure. I loved it. Then Saturday, after Saturday morning momentum, I had to get ready and we went back out to eat with like my mother-in-law and some other of Tim's family because her birthday is today, and then of course Mother's Day. So we did that Saturday night. So we were out again. Then yesterday, my daughter Laurel, the one who got married last year and is going to have a baby in October,
Woo-hoo.
she and her husband came up, and I got a very special Mother's Day gift because baby Scarlett was moving inside of Laurel. And she said, Mom, Scarlett's moving. See if you can feel her. So I got to put my hand right there and I felt the kick. And I was like, that's my baby. That's
I
my
love
grandbaby.
that. I love that because it becomes real. I mean, not that
Yes.
it's not real, but it just feels more real,
Yes,
when
it
you start
does.
feeling the baby, it's like, woo.
It was definitely, it was so sweet because, I mean, yesterday is a bit different for me with my mom in the condition she is with
Yeah.
Parkinson's. So it makes the day hard. I know you know that, Kat, and you
Yes,
understand.
yeah. It's a very weird, like this was our second Mother's Day without my mom and my mother-in-law because my
Mhm.
mother-in-law passed away a couple of months after my mom. So it was like my mom passed in August, my mother-in-law passed away in November. And so it was our second one. And I just like kind of was trying to avoid the whole fact that it was Mother's Day. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
it was like Barry and I went off and we did our thing yesterday and I mean on Saturday. And then Andrew and I spent the day last Saturday together, kind of doing Mother's Day kind of stuff. That was what I wanted was just to spend some time with him. So yeah, I mean, yesterday was just like another day, and I just tried not to think about it, even though I saw everybody flooding their social media feeds with all the Mother's Day stuff. It's made me a little more conscious about when you want to celebrate a holiday or, whatever, it makes me a little more conscious of how people feel about that. Like, you have a little more empathy because you yourself have gone through it. So you kind of understand why some people don't enjoy certain holidays,
Mhm.
especially if it was spent with people that are no longer with us. So it's interesting to me how different people approach it, because I have my two friends, Karen and Jeff, who is part of that friend group with my friend Shelly. And I
Yeah.
miss my friend Shelly too. And both of them have lost their moms. In fact, my friend Karen lost her mom about a week or so before my mom passed. And then my friend Jeff, his mom passed away in 2025, like a few months ago. Well, I say a few months ago, we're already almost into June, but um, like in the latter half of 2025. So it was his first Mother's Day without his mom. So, I texted him and just said, I know this is a hard one for you because it's your first one, kind of thing. And his mom ended up having dementia. So, yeah, it gets rough. And I just know that as the time goes on and it heals, you have to put it from, instead of focusing on the time that you don't have, focus on what you did have. That's me trying to do that. But I don't know, it just didn't feel the same because we used to always do things for Mother's Day with our moms. So it's
Yeah.
like so it's just felt like just another day. Maybe that'll change like in the future, who knows? Maybe it'll change when, Andrew's wife Megan ends up having a baby and, so it is what it is. But anyway, I'm glad we had wonderful weekends despite all of that.
Yeah.
So let's welcome all of our peeps here. Hello, Cameron, saying hello to his zombie pals. Vanessa's here. Woot woot, Vanessa. Shannon's here. Made friends with the like button. Yeah, Shannon got me through a lot of my chores today. Because I had like chores plus my to-do list items plus some Zombiethon stuff I wanted to do, trying to catch up with all the social media
Mhm.
aspect of it. So I appreciate that. Carmen's here. Hiya, crew. Amanda. Woot woot. Hello. Stormy. Hey, everyone. Eleanor's here. Hello, hello. Matthew is here. Woohoo. And Shakira's here. Hello, fellow zombies. And I want everyone here. I'm probably talking to the wall because y'all are all probably already subscribed to Jen's channel. But here is Jen's channel. I just watched her Zombiethon video. Y'all, if you haven't watched it, please go watch it because it is amazing. I'm just going to say you're in for a treat. You're in for a treat. There's so many parts of that are so great, so amazing, in addition to her recommendations and what she's reading and watching, that I'm just like, oh my goodness. It's like so good. So, so good. So, anyway, if you are not subscribed to Jen, please do. She is 7 subscribers away from reaching 500, y'all. That's a milestone for booktubers, any kind of YouTubers, but especially for booktubers because booktubers don't they don't get a lot of subscribers like generally very quickly. It's almost like a crawl, y'all. It's almost like I don't even know, it's like less than a crawl. Whatever's less than a crawl. What that is. But whatever that term is, that's how it feels.
Like
Anyway.
a slug slithering along.
I feel almost like Gary and SpongeBob could move faster than the subscriber
Yes.
count. It's not all about that, guys. It's not. But as anybody knows that starts anything, a lot of times you like to do challenges or you like to challenge yourself to, if you're in fitness, if you walk a lot or you run a lot, what do? You join a 5K and then you get a personal best and you want to best that the next time you run. It's with anything, right? So please, 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 this is my, what do you call that? my I don't know what it is. My plug. This is
Yeah.
my plug for my friend here who's fantastic. But I have her channel and here is the video. It is so good. So good. So,
It was made good by a lot of mistakes, and I had to improvise, but the universe knows, I guess.
yes, yes, I think it's amazing. Her improvisation skills are amazing. Yes, and she even comments. She even has text comments that are just great. So, yeah. Anyway, I just have to say. And Matthew just subscribed.
Thank you, Matthew.
Woohoo!
Thank you.
6 to go. Okay, here we go. We have to get some professional applause. If we reach all 500 in this, we'll have the man scream.
And then I'll do a Q&A, and y'all can ask me all kinds of deeply probing questions about analyzation skills and such.
Right. Yes, that is true, Eleanor. Jen's non-zombie content is amazing too. It's just that I've just watched her zombie video, so that is why once they get there, once they go and visit and they look and see. I mean, yes, it's amazing. And Jen and I collaborate also. We are both Edgar Allan Poe fans, so we always tag team for that, and I love that because I love Poe.
Yeah.
But anyway, so what are you currently reading for Zombiethon? Are you reading anything currently for Zombiethon?
I am going to be reading when we go on sprints one of the short stories from the Zombies book, edited by, I think his name is Otto Penzler.
Very nice.
I was going to do the
nice.
Lisa Tuttle story, but I forgot the name of it. I think it's something about a maze or something. So
okay. I wonder if I have the Zombie Compendium of the Living Dead by Otto Penzler. I wonder if it is the same book with just a different title. I love your book. I wish I could find it. I don't know, but I have a story by her, but I can't remember which one it comes from. I'd have to look at my list again because I think I put her story on my list I created for Discord. Yeah, I am still reading Brain Eater Jones. There's nothing wrong with Brain Eater Jones. I don't know why I'm so slow. I think it's because I'm just not reading because I'm too busy watching movies. Yeah. But I will tell you there are just the dialogue and the way this guy writes is hilarious. I don't know, like this, for example, I did post this in Discord because I'm like, there was a corn reference. So I did post it in Kelsi's book club thing. So, Brain Eater Jones, in order to get money to buy his liquor, which liquor helps zombies stay alive in this world, he has decided to help. He helps a lady out, a zombie lady, and so he gets money from her. So then he decides to help another person, and so that's how it becomes this zombie PI. He doesn't know his past; he can't remember it. So anyway, he's trying to find this guy named Ivan because Ivan's sister is missing him, and all she has is Ivan's legs. And Ivan is telling her information through Morse code through his toes. So anyway, he goes to look for a Bokor, Bokor, and all kinds of craziness happens. But this was the part with the corn reference. There's a young girl, and her name is Francois. And so anyway, he says, I wanted to step in and separate the two, meaning Delmort and the Bokor and Francois. But before I could, a brick flew through the air and smashed Francois's face in. Maybe I didn't want to separate them that bad after all. The newly dead girl's teeth littered the floor like kernels of corn under a scarecrow. But it's that kind of, it's just his references and how he thinks about it. And it's told in journal entries because he's writing his story down in a journal, like as he remembers it. I don't know, there's just funny scenes. There's also a part in here where he got shot in the chest. He doesn't know how or why. He got shot in the chest, so he has a hole in his chest, and when he goes and meets the bartender at this place, the guy fingers the hole, and so it's like, "Ah, I thought we should at least be, like, on first name basis before you fingered my hole." It's just
I love it. I need to pick that up for next year.
but it is. It all takes place in 1930, like 1934. So as far as where we are at right now. So I'm just saying, I mean, there is some stuff that, and the author tells you at the very beginning, this is how people talked at that time. So if anybody's offended, I'm sorry. I'm trying to make it authentic to the time or
Mhm.
period or whatever. But it's noir detective kind of thing with the zombie feel in it. I don't know why it's taken me so long because it reads really, easily. But I don't know. Have you watched a movie recently? A zombie movie?
I have only one I watched so far this year is the Night of the Living Dead, which is how I always kick off
Yes.
Zombiethon. And I did watch Cargo, which is
Yes, that's right.
on
You did.
Netflix. Yeah, and it's different. It's slower. It's a bit sad. Uh, but I don't know what I'm gonna watch next. I always watch the same ones, and I know there's some that the hosts recommended that I haven't seen. So I'm gonna look at that, and I plan to get to one of those if not tonight, then tomorrow night.
Yeah, I've tried very hard to make my zombie wish list, my zombie film challenge list, my ABC list. Tried to do all new to me. I picked the girl with all the gifts just because Barry hadn't seen it and I knew he would like it, which he did. And it's a little bit different of a zombie
Yeah,
film. And then also, I'm going to watch Shaun of the Dead because I watch it
me
every
too.
year. That's
Yeah,
just a tradition. But yeah, I'm up to letter H, and I am going to watch Linda's recommendation, House of the Dead, which is based on a video game. I don't know how good or bad it is. So far, I mean, my movies have been fine, and I feel like
mhm,
some of them I could recommend. Some of them I'd be like, okay, if you watch this, be wary because these characters are horrible and I don't like them very much, whatever. But it is fun trying to discover some new
yeah,
movies, and see what's out there that's different. It amazes me how many zombie movies are out there. When we watched The Girl with All the Gifts, I watched that on Tubi, and I'm amazed at how many zombie movies are on Tubi.
yeah,
Now, with that being said, I don't know how good they are. Some of the names of these movies are hilarious. I think some of them have double meanings just based on the movie posters. One that I have on my list, and it's for letter T, is the Trailer Park of Terror. And just based on the parents, you know, parental guide on IMDb,
uh-huh.
there are going to be scenes in there that I'm just like, really, why did you have to go there, kind of thing. So I will just say I watched it, but I don't know if I'm necessarily going to like it. I do have to shout out Amy because the Brain Dead, aka Dead Alive, won the watch party poll. And I did rewatch it, and Barry watched it. Barry laughed almost the entire movie. He thought it was great. It was fun watching it with him through his eyes and the things that he thought were hilarious. And so I did bump up my rating for that and to where I actually liked it now. But yeah, it's in the same vein as Reanimator for me. just it's just like, why are you going there? Like,
Right.
what did you do? I don't know, but I don't know. I think if you watch it at least once, I think that you have evolved because I think it is something cult classic for anybody that's a zombie lover or whatever. I mean, one of the scenes that Barry's like, this is too much, is the scene where our main character is running on the floor in the house, but it's so bloody in there that he can't move. It's like he's on a treadmill of blood.
Oh Lord. See, I haven't watched it yet. I've only watched the zombie baby portion of it.
Yes, you need I would recommend that you watch it
I'll do
just
it. I'll do it.
just to say that you have watched it. Barry did tell me, he's like, "This movie looks familiar to me. I think I saw part of it in the hotel room." He's like, "But I didn't get very far in it." I was like, "Well, if this is all that you recognize, you're in for a treat because it's gonna go off the rails pretty soon." Oh, so Matthew actually watched it for the first time also, and I think he enjoyed it. Matthew's at 70% into World War Z, which he's reading the book, and he did not watch the movie, which I think is great because his perspective is going to be a little bit different. Do you know World War Z is like one of the highest grossing zombie films out there?
I did not know that. I like the movie and I still haven't read the book yet, but I'm going to read it next year. I always forget about it until I'm already got my plans going. But
Well, hopefully you won't be disappointed in the book. I just find when people watch the movie and then they go read the book, they're just like, the book is boring, because it's just different. It's Hollywood's spin on it,
yeah,
or whatever. But yeah, I always recommend read the book first for World War Z before you watch the movie, just so that you can appreciate the book for what it is. I don't know. That's just me.
is it the book is more like kind of like a diary or notes, or is it epistolary like a
It's
record of things?
interviews. It's more
Okay.
like interviews of the survivors, but it's
Yeah.
global, which is what I appreciate about it.
Mhm.
So you're hearing different people's perspective of their survival during it. And it's not just, it's like different types of people. So you might have somebody that was in the military and what their perspective was,
Mhm.
you know, in the midst of all this. And then you've got another just regular person or whatever doing it. He did make a graphic novel out of some of the stories, which I really liked too. And he does have some like short stories or whatever. But that one is kind of hard to find in print. I'm gonna have to probably look that up like as a used book or something because I could not find a good copy. Like I'm
Mhm.
always hesitant to buy a used copy unless it comes from like thrift books or
Yeah.
Better World Books or something like that, because you just never know sometimes what you're going to get from an independent seller if you're not familiar with them,
Yeah.
you know. So, well, I hope you're enjoying it, Matthew. It's okay if you're not. And won't be upset about it. Eleanor is halfway through audiobook for The Living Dead by George Romero and Daniel Kraus. It's wild and gory.
I
I need to
saw
pick
that.
that one up. I really do because I did read Pay the Piper by Romero and Daniel Kraus. And it was okay. I mean, it wasn't, I think I ended up giving it maybe 3 stars or 3.5 stars. I mean, it's not like I didn't enjoy it. It was a good read for Folklore February. It takes place in Louisiana, which I loved, but I don't know. It was just fine. It's like I'm glad I read it, but I'm not going to read it again kind of thing. But I am really excited for Daniel Kraus because for anyone who doesn't know, he won the Pulitzer Prize for fiction, and I think that's amazing.
Yes.
Amazing that a horror writer gets acknowledged. I'm not sure if he writes strictly horror. I don't know enough about Daniel Kraus to know, but I'm excited for him. I think it's wonderful.
I still need
But
to read his books. Like Wellfall is one that everybody loved, and the one that won the Pulitzer was Angel Down,
yes, yeah.
and I
So
haven't
I'm
read
gonna
it.
check out more stuff by him, but this one I'm interested in, The Living Dead by George Romero and Daniel Kraus, because he kind of helped finish up these books for George Romero. And Matthew said, I'm also listening to the audiobook and they have different narrators for each interview. It's good. I'm listening and reading together. That's awesome. I
Ooh,
might do a reread with the audiobook if I can get a copy through the library because
that's
it's
what
been
I
a
want to do
while.
too. I didn't even think about audiobook because I don't. Yeah, I don't currently have an audiobook that I'm just listening to right now.
Yeah,
So
because I'm gonna tell you, Devolution that Max Brooks wrote had a full audio, like like full cast. Nathan Fillion plays the main character's brother in it. I mean, he's not a huge part of it, but still, like, and then there it's actors and actresses that are, well known, so they know their craft. And I enjoy listening to it because Devolution was written in journal format.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was her.
Isn't that the one about Bigfoot?
Yes,
I want to
yeah.
read that for the next cryptid
Yeah,
readathon with the
I would
information.
highly recommend it. I enjoyed it. That was one of our picks. Alex and I picked that for a book club, and both of us enjoyed it. I just like Max Brooks' writing style. I like how he takes something that is fictional, but he has like it's almost like he presents it in a way that it almost feels nonfiction, like
I
nonfiction
love that stuff.
narrative, but it's not. You know what I mean? It's not nonfiction, but you read it and you're like, you really would have thought that Sasquatch massacre really happened, just based on it. So yeah, I would highly recommend that. And dang, I didn't get any notification from YouTube about this, but your live is working now that I'm not premium. So weird. That is weird. Very, very weird. Yeah, I posted this morning. So I posted in both Discords, and I guess I could post in other people's Discords. I always forget, about doing that. World War Z audiobook is the same. Well-known narrators, Rob Reiner is one of them. Oh my
Oh, okay. I got to find
goodness.
that audiobook like on Sprints before I read my next story.
I'm gonna have to see if that because I don't know. I just found like it was very engaging. Devolution was very engaging with it. Like you just got so engrossed in the narrative of it that you almost felt like I don't know. It was just weird. The experience of it. You just felt like it was a real life event happening, at least for me. FYI, the audiobook is 20 plus hours. And then Shakira says, I'm looking for a movie, radio drama, TV show, or book that's from the point of view of an adult zombie woman, since I'm writing a story on that premise, similar to iZombie. Well, if you wouldn't you say my life as a
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, my life is a white trash
yeah,
zombie.
because she becomes a zombie and so you get into her mindset of what it's like. That's the same thing with him. It's like Brain Eater Jones where he's learning how to be a zombie, like the ins and outs of it, kind of like Angel does in White Trash Zombie. But yeah, I would say White Trash Zombie would be a good one to pick up. I'm not sure about an audiobook for that. I read that with my eyeballs because I couldn't find an audiobook. So, and I want to continue with the series because I really, really enjoyed the first one. Eleanor just recently finished the second one and thought it was good. So, Travis said, "Hey peeps, I'm dying at work. I'm so sleepy. And my boss is still on Warpath. Got feedback for my book from Jen. Made my day.
I am glad your story made my day.
Very nice. Very, very nice. I like that. And I'm reading the first volume of Collected Venom comics from Spider-Man that shows all of his appearances. It's fun. I read all of the Puppet Master comics yesterday too. Loved. Yeah, there's a new Spider-Man movie coming out too, which looks a little dark and sad. I want to go see it just because I love Spider-Man. I'd like to see what the journey holds in there. And if anybody's a fan of John Berthenol, who, aka Shane from The Walking Dead, he's in it. And I'm guessing his character is the Punisher because we ended up seeing a thing for the Punisher recently. And yeah,
I'm a fan of John Barnthal, but we will
like a
we
Jason,
will
it's
move
a
on
Jason
before I
Momoa
start
crush.
smoking, right?
It's a Jason Momoa crush. And Mindy's here. Hello, listening in from the car, driving home from seeing family for Mother's Day weekend. Got a 6-hour ride in the car. You can entertain me and can get a lot of reading done. Excellent. I love that. I love that you're taking us along with you on the road trip. And Shakira said, "Oh, I know White Trash Zombie, and I have listened to the audiobook to that too. I like it so far." Yeah. I would love to see if I could get it on audio. I'm new to Livingston Parish's, library. I mean, their catalog or whatever for it. But yeah, it doesn't. I cannot find as far as zombie books goes. My next book on audio is going to be The Last Kids on Earth, which I'm going to start tomorrow when I drive to the South Shore. Um, I'm trying to catch up on podcasts right now that are non-zombie. I'm so far behind. Yeah, I love Spider-Man, but Venom and the other symbiotes are my fave. Comics have been saving me in my slump. Yeah, I love comic books too. I get it. And just graphic novels too in general. And they are a lot of fun. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and go on our first sprint. So is 45 minutes good for you, Jen? I know you got to be looking for Rena coming.
Yeah, 45 is good.
Okay, so let me get our kitty cat clock up. Let's see that. There we go. We're going to start. Okay, so happy sprinting, everyone. Hello.
Hello, hello.
How did you do during that sprint?
I read, it was called Treading the Maze in Zombies by Lisa Tuttle. I really liked it. It was really cool because it was set in England. And so there was a couple that was over there doing a tour of Southwest England. The husband was from England and the wife was from the United States, but they had lived in England for like 2 years. So she hadn't seen all like the sights. So they were in Glastonbury, and it had a lot of like folk elements to it too. So it was
Oh,
very folklore like with a little zombie content mostly at the end and maybe a little bit of a different idea of zombies, but it had that really unsettling, eerie feeling like the whole time. So I loved it.
I'm gonna have to take a picture of my table of contents and send it to you and see if you compare it and see if it's the same book with a different title. I'm
It
just
might be.
curious. It just seems like it's probably the same thing, but just a different title.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like a good story.
I liked it so much.
I don't read enough short stories. I want to rectify that, but I find that I don't know why it's so difficult for me to do it. I had started reading one for, the Halloween on Instagram. They had every day you do a Halloween post.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember what her name is. Halloween Happy.
Yes, yes.
And I had started my haunted stories or whatever and fell off the wagon. And I'm still not finished it because I'm reading so much other stuff. And I mean, it's not like a short story is gargantuan in size, but
Yeah. And then sometimes if you have an anthology and you've got a lot of different authors, like some of the stories are going to hit for you and others don't. And
exactly.
even sometimes with the same author, a collection. But yeah, this one, every story I've read in it so far, I've liked.
Yeah, I really did. You mentioned The Outsider, and I really enjoyed that one by
Mm-hmm.
H.P. Lovecraft. Just seemed different from
Mm-hmm.
other stuff that I've read by him. You had the gothic vibes, and like you
Yeah.
really did feel for him. It's just I love that. I don't know. I love the emotional aspect of it, I
Yes.
guess. Which you don't always get that from zombie books or
Right.
zombie movies. So when you do have it in there, I don't know, I like it.
I
I
do
mean,
too.
like having some kind of a theme with it, also. I went and fed my dogs. I had to take them out to go to the bathroom. It's sprinkling here. I don't know if it's still sprinkling, but went ahead and did that, made myself some tea. I watched, I commented on your video.
Thank you.
Video went away, my comment. I guess it was the outro that just threw me for a loop, which was amazing. Well, and I have to say, your hook was also very good too. I'm telling you, I was just like, this video is just so different. And I love it
I don't
because
even
it's
remember what my hook was.
your hook was like a PSA, but it was so great because he
Oh,
was so
yeah.
serious in it that it was like if you don't know about this, like you're going to be in deep shit because everybody should know
Right.
in case this happens. I love it.
You got to
Um,
be ready for the zombies. I'm
Well,
telling
it
you, it's
is, and I mean, when I talk to people about it, like, there are people that look at me like, "Has she lost her mind?" Like, she acts like this is, like, a true thing, like, I talk to people in real life,
uh,
like, you're not in real life, but you know what I'm saying, like, in
yeah,
your circle, I
the
mean, I do,
normies.
I talk about zombies like, if you don't get your act together,
Right.
like, even Barry and I, we weren't it wasn't a zombie movie we watched yesterday, it was Greenland. And there's a scene in Greenland, it's every parent's nightmare, okay, that happens to this mother. And I'm like, I would have kicked that man in his face because
Mm-hmm.
it's a fear I had when my kids were little about being taken that I
Uh-huh.
think I would have gone insane. Like, I don't think I would have disassociated from my brain
Uh-huh.
and turned into like maniac mode
Yeah.
because that is the one thing that I was always like vigilant about my kids. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So
Exactly.
there's a scene in it, and Barry and I are just like, "What the hell? You should have kicked him in his face." Like both of
Yeah.
us, just like it was just crazy. But we were talking about some of the people in this movie. It's a different kind of apocalyptic movie. Comets coming to
Mm-hmm.
crash down on the world. And it's like some of the things that people do. I'm like, why do you have to have somebody else bail you out in a
Right.
crisis? Like, why are you not like have some kind of a plan? And this is another thing. I told Barry, it amazes me with some zombie movies. Like, this is what I loved about All of Us Are Dead, the TV show. I don't know if
Hmm.
you've ever seen it.
I haven't
Oh
yet.
gosh, it's excellent. But there is mention of Train to Busan in it. So I love that
I
because
love
the
that
kids
movie.
are recognizing, oh my God, I've seen zombie movies and this is what we should be
Yes.
doing. Have
Yep.
you ever noticed when you're watching a zombie movie, like no one references a zombie movie? I'm like, you live in
Right.
contemporary world. Why does this not?
Yes.
Somebody started acting like these people act when they're turning into a zombie. The first thing I would be is they're freaking acting like a zombie.
Yeah,
I gotta cut him
exactly.
in the head. I gotta stab
Right?
him in the head.
Yeah.
I'm
Yes.
just like, it's just so weird to me, a modern zombie movie where people are not making a connection with zombies because you can't tell me
Exactly.
these people have never
Right?
seen a zombie
Because even
movie.
in Night of the Living Dead, like way back in 1968, eventually
No,
they're like, you gotta shoot them in the head.
I know.
We're
It's
talking
just
about zombies, you two. We're talking about zombies. We're talking about fiction.
yes,
Don't flag this live.
yes.
But
Please
it's
clarify.
the same thing. You're like when people are like, aiming for other spots on a zombie's body. You're like, no, you have to do it in the head. Come
I
on.
know. It's just so crazy to me. But anyway, we're just like, you should have some kind of a plan. Like, that's the
Yeah.
good news about my husband and I. We're like so much on our team. Like, we know what we would do. Like, it's just sort of like, this is what we have to do kind of thing.
Yep.
Because you know what? It's not even so much a zombie apocalypse could happen, a real apocalypse could happen at any
Yes.
time.
Yes.
So
I
we
feel
just
like when we're prepping for zombies, it's for anything that could
have
happen. Like you said, because
one
I live
from
in a rural area and we have some land that's way, way, way out. So we go way, way, way out, live off the land and hide from all the people as best as we can, and the people and the zombies.
I am more afraid of the people than
Yes.
the zombies. I'm telling you.
Same.
And in that movie Greenland, you see people's the worst of people, and I'm just like what? I'm
Yep.
like I just don't even get there like thinking, like they think it's okay. But this book is just I'm having such a good time with it. I have to tell you, Brainy Jones is like trying to make a partnership with a head. The guy doesn't know what happened to his body, but he's making it. But this is this part in here where they're trying to talk about Brain Eater Jones, like him trying to get his memories. And so there's this one part where he says, he asked the head, does anybody ever not get their memories back, period? And this is the zombie head. He thought for a moment. Strangest thing I ever saw, a disembodied head thinking, like watching a bust come to life right before your eyes. I mean, it's just like, it's just silly stuff. You know what I'm saying? Silly stuff. And then he's like, he talks about this head, like all his contribution is, he said, I hate to break this to you, but you're about as useless as Dr. Watson, and I don't have a soft spot for you like Holmes did for his boy. And he's talking about the only thing he has going for him is he's left a wet spot on his desk. Just the head. Just like,
That sounds like so much fun.
it is so much fun. It's like it's just it would be a great like TV series. You know what it kind of reminds me of too? Have you seen Santa Clarita's Diet?
No, I've wanted to
Oh
see
my
it, but I
gosh.
haven't gotten
Okay.
around to it. And I
All
know
I'm
it's
gonna say is the head reminds me of something to do with Nathan Fillion. Nathan Fillion's in it. Timothy Oliphant is in it. Drew Barrymore. The
yeah.
cast is amazing. I love that show. But the Nathan Fillion parts are so great, and that's what it kinda reminds me of with this head thing.
I've got to watch it. I was intrigued by it when it came on, and for some reason I never did watch it. Now, I don't know how long it ran, so probably wouldn't take me long to watch all of it.
Barry and I were, like, watching, like, one episode after the episode
Mhm.
because we were like, "We have to know what's gonna happen next." Unfortunately, I will tell you, They didn't renew it, which made me sad because they had a lot more story to tell, but it does end in a way where, I mean, it's as satisfactory as you can get. More satisfactory than Black Summer, because Black Summer got canceled after 2 seasons. And I'm like, they had more storytelling, and so you're kind of left. It just depends on what kind of a person you are, whether you want the bleak ending or you want a happier ending, based on how it ends. That's my only thing about recommending Black Summer is because it's not as satisfying of an ending, kind of thing. So Swank is here. Howdy, everybody. Happy Eat What You Want Day. Happy Hostess Cupcake Day. Well, if you wanted to eat a cupcake. Happy World Ego Awareness Day. And happy birthday, Salvador Dali. Amazing.
Nice.
Swank was sorry to be late. No, you're right on time. There's no specific time, I guess, unless you came in when we ended. Had to finish the last 2 episodes of Daybreak on Netflix. It was so good. Bummer, only 10 episodes. Yeah, it probably didn't get picked up. I find sometimes when you have subgenres like this, people just don't want to invest in it. The other thing, too, is I don't know if you watched The Midnight Club by Mike Flanagan.
Part of it.
Okay, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it, but I didn't read the book, so I have nothing to compare it to. I did enjoy it, but I was kind of sad that it was only one season. It didn't do well.
Yeah, I didn't read the books either, but I don't know. I struggled to get into it. I think I stopped like halfway through. I've loved everything else Mike Flanagan did, but that one, I don't know. I was just having a hard time with it.
I guess I liked it because it was story within a story. So I liked seeing what stories they came up with and then how they used the characters in it. So that's what appealed to me. And then I did like the actors. I thought they did a pretty fair job of it. I mean, I recognize some of them from The Fall of the House of Usher. Sock is here, stopping in to say hi and make friends with the like button. I have Destroy All Zombies out from the library, but not reading it just yet. But I will. Oh, yes, I will. And oops, almost forgot to come back. I did some work the boss asked for. Had to work with my engineer to hunt down a contact person for one of my landfills and wished I was home the whole time. Yeah, I gotcha. I read a little more and rested my eyes. I'm stretching my definition of zombie. Puppet Master is reanimated people and puppets, and Venom basically a parasitic host. Well, there are parasitic zombies. I mean, the girl with all the gifts is parasitic zombies. And The Last of Us, they're parasitic zombies as well. So, yeah, we did end up watching one episode of The Last of Us over the weekend, and we watched it actually after The Girl with All the Gifts. And it was the part where we go back with the young girl. We kind of see her with her friend and how she ended up getting bit by the zombie, because there's a part in there where she's caring for her, the main guy or whatever. In case anybody has not watched.
Are you in season 1 or season 2?
I'm still in season 1.
Okay.
Pretty sure that's still season 1. Okay. But we're liking it. So I was glad that we ended up, and that's another thing I did on HBO Max. I filled up my list because Greenland was on HBO Max. So I filled my queue up with all kinds of things that I want to watch. I got to get through it before the end of the year. So hopefully I'll get to it all. We stopped to get gas and snacks, and I got to 53% in Don't Get Blood in My House by Matthew King. Well, that's kind of a title, huh? I wonder what happens if you did get blood in the house. Travis said, I struggled really hard with anthologies or short story collections. I want to love them, but my brain never clicks with them. I mean, it's one of those things that very rarely can you get a anthology, especially if it's a huge one, or a collection of stories where you like all of the stories. But I will say, for me, and Kelsi will also attest to this, Stephen King has a collection called Full Dark, No Stars, and all 4 stories were awesome, in my opinion. I loved all 4 of them.
Yep, agreed. I also love all 4 in different seasons.
Yeah, I need to still read that. that because I think I've only read one story out of that collection, but he's one I just don't sit and read this his collections. Now I did read all of If It Bleeds,
Yeah.
which I liked most of the stories in it. They were all fine. I didn't dislike any of the stories, but it wasn't as how I feel about Full Dark No Stars. I mean, that one is just stellar.
It is. It is. Hey, you made a pun whether you meant to or not. Full Dark No Stars.
I
Stellar.
know, I know.
Love it.
Bum. And oh, have insurance adjuster and roofers coming tomorrow to inspect roofs since we got large hail. They said insurance is cutting checks left and right. So I'm hoping we don't have to pay for our roof. Yeah, I hope not. Because I'm gonna tell you what, if that can really help if you have that situation. That was the one thing about Ida, was that we were like 2 years out of having to get a new roof, and Ida happened and we had to replace the roof, obviously, because a tree came through Andrew's bedroom. But I was so happy because I was like, if anything positive can come from this, it's the fact that we had to replace our roof,
Yep.
and we ended up getting it done.
We got ours because of Hurricane Zeta.
Yeah. So,
Yep.
hello, Tanya. How are you? Eleanor said, I'd like to find the story On the Far Side of the Cadillac Desert with Dead Folks by Joe Lansdale. Yeah, that's one that I need to read as well. That one is in my anthology. Does he not have a website for that? Because I'm wondering if you could find that online. And love All of Us Are Dead. Yeah, All of Us Are Dead. I cannot wait for the second season to come out. Grandma Susan's here. I'm listening to The Last Dragon House by Liv May Morris, middle grade. Yay, repping that middle grade, May. My luck, I would take someone out thinking they were a zombie and they were just having a seizure or something. That's terrible. Oh, I will definitely survive the zombie apocalypse. I have a lot of rage that needs to be let out. Desmi's here. I don't have to do the escape to Canada plan as I already live here. Yep, that's true.
Which I did.
And what I don't understand is people stealing electronics and stuff during zombie apocalypse. Like, bro, why you need a new TV? Yeah. Same thing with Greenland was like that. I was like, all these people are like looting and a comet is coming your way. There's one scene where, and I guess I told Barry, I said, well, I guess if you feel like you have nowhere to go and you weren't one of the lucky ones to go into the bunker or whatever, they were all having a party on the rooftop. And when fragments were coming, they were like, yay, and holding up their beer. I said, well, I guess if you're going to go out, you might as well have some fun while you are, because there's so many other people that are not having fun during this thing. But yeah, it's true. It's like, I don't understand this. Now, I will tell you, in Zombie Season, the middle grade book that I read, your phone works, which is very unusual to me. And so I don't know how that capability is, but I found it interesting. That reminds me of the Dresden Files. He has a talking skull that helps him with figuring out spells and stuff. That's fun. And everyone evacuated to this military base. Hell no. Hello, Santa Clarita Diet. It is really a lot of fun. Yeah, Nathan, yummy. Love Nathan Fillion. There's rumors that it may be coming back. Really? That's awesome. And I just wish I could get into TV shows. I can only rewatch faves now. It's so hard for me to watch something new. Well, a lot of what I'm watching is new. I mean, except for my rewatch of the X-Files, which we need to get back to that. But we're just doing so many other things that, so I gotta have the summer. We gotta make a big dent in that. And I'm watching Zombievers. It's pretty bad, but the Zombievers are really cute. Yeah, Zombievers is one of those, when you look at the movie poster, it looks like it's got a double meaning there. And Travis said, I need more found footage zombie movies. I've seen most of them. Yeah, not many of them. Did you see the one, The Diary of the Dead? That one is a Romero film. And Maxie is here. Hello. I need to fit in a rewatch of Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island. I think I have that on VHS, honestly. And hello, Erin. I just checked out Destroy All Zombies 2, Twins. Yay. Cool zombie pic, Travis. Yeah, his zombie picture is amazing. Erin says, I'm at work, so I'm not reading, but I love the company. Well, we're glad we can keep you company. Oh, there's my watch. And thanks, Tanya. That's my true form while I'm at work. I don't know how to turn that off permanently. It was kind of serendipitous because we were looking for a roofing company and one came to our door last week and I like them, so they've been helping a lot. Yeah, usually when you have an event like that, they do come around to ask. And can I ask what anthology you have? I have two. I actually have three. Honestly, let's see. And some of them do have repeats. This is the one I think is like Jen's because it's by Otto Penzler. It's called Zombies, a Compendium of the Living Dead. This one, I don't know if this one has, no, that's not the one that has it. And then I have Zombies, Encounters with the Hungry Dead. And this one, I think, has the one by Joe Lansdale. Yes, this one has the one by Joe Lansdale. And then I have the Monster Book of Zombies, Tales of the Walking Dead. This is by Stephen Jones. And this one also has the Lansdale. Yeah, Joe Lansdale is in this one too. So these two, if you want, I'll put them in the Discord so that you can have all of them if you can't see them well enough. Jen popped off. She probably has to take care of getting Renna because Renna's probably getting off the bus. So yeah, you can find it there. But if I can find it somewhere online for you, I'll also post it there because that's where we were able to find Eat Me on there as well. And that's how people in Alabama are going to do. The other day during the bad weather, half the neighborhood was outside looking at the weather. Yeah. And roll tide till the end. Yeah, I watched Diary of the Dead last year. Gotcha. Wreck is a fantastically scary zombie adjacent movie. It's one of my recommendations for the ABC Challenge. And Bob. And I plan on watching Wreck sometime this month. I think you'll enjoy it. It's very intense. And I've seen the American version Quarantine, which scared me as a kid. So Wreck has always made me scared to watch. I've heard that Wreck is better than Quarantine. Quarantine is on my list to watch this year. Yes, and Jen said, I have to go. Bus is here. Thank you so much for being here, Jen. I appreciate you. And Erin said, as someone in Alabama can confirm. You're an Alabamian too? Hunts Patch. Nice. I'm in the Gump. From Bam, though. Birmingham. From Birmingham. Wreck is better. Yeah, I've heard that Wreck is better for sure. Okay, so before we go on another sprint, I was going to go ahead and do Mad Libs, some zombie Mad Libs. So y'all can help me fill this out. And the first thing I need is a person in the room that is a male. So whoever that is to you, it doesn't matter to me who you pick. So, and very cool. Yeah, I'm from Mobile Bay Minette, but you know Jobs. Looking forward to I don't know what that season is. And then I live 10 minutes from ASF. And my friend works there, well, at the art museum there. That sounds fun. I love when people meet their neighbors. It is so much fun. I love that. Okay, Alabama Shakespeare Festival. Excellent. Okay, so anybody want to give me a male in the room? Yes, no, maybe so. Oh, I do need a red pen. Easier for me to read. Travis. Excellent. Okay. Swank, can you give me well, I guess it says person in room, so I guess I could put uncle. Okay, that'll work. Shakira says Michael Jackson. Shakira, can you give me a noun, please? A noun. And obviously, Travis, I need an adverb. So I'm going to use obviously, Tanya. So Shakira's going to give me a noun, just a regular noun. And Travis said, I'm sorry, I keep failing y'all, not doing sprint art. That's okay. It's fine. When you can, you can. The next thing I need is an adjective. An adjective. So Shakira's going to give me just a regular noun, a regular person, place, a thing, not a specific person, place, a thing. And then I need an adjective. Oh, ballsy. That's funny. Oh, Amanda says crunchy. Fun. Okay, let's see if I need another adjective. Swank says hairy. Very good. It's only ever a bonus, dude. You have stuff on your face like the rest of us. Okay, Carmen, curly. Can you change curly to a verb ending in ing? And Shakira says zombie. That's awesome. Perfect. Ballsy, crunchy, hairy were on my dating profile. Amazing. Not on your face. I hope not. I had to reread your comment, Tanya. Sprouting. Oh my goodness. Okay. Making me cry. Okay, so just you have stuff on like the rest of us. And what sort of noun should I give? You just gave one. You gave zombie, but I do need another noun. Actually, that is going to close us out. So I do need a regular noun. And when I heard that, I knew it was Travis. When Travis and I meet in person, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to handle it because I think he's going to laugh. I will be laughing the entire time. I just won't be able to handle it. Hopefully, Travis, we will meet before we go see Paddington together. Oh my gosh. So crazy. Matthew says playground. He makes me want to laugh out loud. And it's going to happen. We'll have to wear adult diapers. I will for sure. Oh my gosh, it's going to be so funny. It's going to be fun. We have to go somewhere where we won't get kicked out because they'll be saying we're disturbing the peace laughing, or at least I will be. Any other nouns? I need two more nouns. One, I need a plural noun, and I need just a regular noun. And then we'll be finished. Potholes. Perfect. And last but not least, hacksaw. That's going to be interesting for sure. Oh, thank you so much. Another description in my dating profile. Pothole. Oh rollerblades and squirrels. Those are cool too. Okay, so when we come back, I will read you the story called A Graveyard Bash. And this is all going to be to Travis. He was our person. Dear Travis. Okay, so we are going to be going, that's another good one too. We are going to be going to onto our next sprint. Yeah, I'm sorry. I already put it in, but there's always next time. There's always next time. Ours were a bit less dark to Matthew. We're going to go into our next sprint. Is everybody okay with 45 minutes? Because that is what I have on the clock. 45, I'm just trying to see, 45, that'll put us to 4:30. So we might have a shorter sprint that last sprint, but I think 45 is what we could do. Let's see. Matthew's laughing. And then, yeah, I better survive this ballsy, crunchy, hairy zombie. I've fought worse. Swing says, yep. I've worked for worse. Oh my gosh, it's hilarious. Oh, I know what we need to do before we go on our sprint. I don't want to forget because I need to do it. I'm afraid I'm going to forget. I just remembered. Okay, so before we go on to our sprint, we need to pull our next winner for the giveaway. So let me share the screen. Matthew was our first winner last week, and he took home a copy of The Last Kids on Earth. I'm trying to get rid of these ads. Okay, can y'all see this? Yes. So let me get this off. Okay. Let me see if I can bring it up a little bit. Yeah, that ad keeps popping up. Oh, okay. Really? So bizarre. Okay. Trying to get these ads. Okay, so we're going to shuffle, 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 shuffle. Here we go. Woo! Amanda. Amanda's here. Or she was here. Okay, Amanda. So we're going to have to talk. I know I can get to you through Discord. I will have to talk and see which book you want out of the pile of possibilities that I have. So congratulations to Amanda. Woot woot. So exciting. I got to get rid of you though. Got to get you off the wheel. Amanda's gone off the wheel. Okay, and then I got to move the wheel. Okay, so if Amanda, we need to touch base. Travis was saying he dated worse, and Aaron said that too. Besme said might end up falling asleep. So if so, bye. Bye. Thanks for being here. I'm afraid of hacksaws at the playground. And, ooh, giveaway. Good luck, peeps. And I may not be here after the next sprint as I'll probably be heading home and eating dinner. So if I miss the ending, have a great evening, my rotting beauties. Also, congrats, Amanda. Thank you for being here, Travis. Congrats from Matthew. Yay, Amanda from Tanya. And woohoo! Yes, Amanda. So we got to touch base. And congrats, Amanda. Congrats. Yay. I'm very excited. Okay, so now we can look at our kitty cat. And I'll touch base with you. Okay, so let's start. 45. And happy sprinting, everyone. Hello and welcome back. Okay, so Amanda chose a copy of Zombie Season, which is the first book in the Zombie Season series. And Amanda was telling everybody thanks all, thanks to me. So hopefully that will get in the mail on Wednesday because I'll be in downtown Hammond. So I can get that out to you, Amanda. And then Eleanor said, I found the Monster Book of Zombies on Pango for $3. That's amazing. Not only did you get the book, but you also got it for cheap. I like that. Shannon is done with her sprints. So, woohoo. I hope you got a lot done. Jamie said, hey, Cat and friends. Unfortunately, I'm at work, but I'd rather be sprinting. I don't blame you. It's a bummer that you have to be at work. That adulting part. That is a bummer. So I ended up talking to my husband on the phone, so I didn't get to do much reading. I'm almost to the next journal entry, which is November 11th. So I just have a couple of paragraphs and I'll be there. Brain Eater Jones, with the help of his head friend, is going to is getting close to kind of like jogging his memory of who he is. So hopefully by the end of the book, we'll know exactly who he is. And then I ended up getting a text from my friend Michelle, because we're supposed to be going to a restaurant called R&O's, but she texted me to tell me that it's closed on Tuesday. So she gave me two options, and I'm like, it doesn't matter to me. As long as they have decent parking, that I'm not having to park on the road, on the street, I'm fine with that. Both of them are places that, it's seafood type dishes. So I'm not going to be the one that's going to make decisions, because one place I've never been to and the other place I can't tell you the last time I went there. So anyway, we're still on, but we're just going to have a different venue to go eat, which is fine with me, because the first place they picked, I have never eaten there either. So I don't care, as long as there's something to eat and I can park in a safe parking spot. I'm okay with that because I am the driver. I'm picking Kelsi up first, then we're going to go pick up Michelle, and then we're going to the restaurant. That is the plan anyway. And then I texted Andrew, because the last time we boiled crawfish, he could not come because we're trying to get Andrew and Megan to come. So I texted him. So I'm waiting to hear from him to see if he'll be able to come to do that. We'll have one more boil for the season, and then we'll be done with crawfish. So Mindy said, I napped most of that sprint, then got to 55% in Don't Get Blood in My House by Matthew King. Excellent. I am at 50% into Brain Eater Jones as well. I am really liking it. Are you reading it with your eyeballs? I don't know if they even have audio for this. I could not find it in my library, but let me see, because I got to look at how many pages. 311. So I'm not quite. I think half would be about 150 something, or like 155-ish. So I'm almost half. But I'm thinking it's hilarious, Mindy. I just some of the things that I don't know. So just the interactions with Brain Eater Jones. I am listening to the audio from Audible. Okay, gotcha. Well, hopefully that makes it fun too. If they got a good narrator, I think if they had the right person that was narrating Brain Eater Jones's parts, that would just make it, because he's just hilarious. I feel sorry for him because he has no memory. I hope he's really a good guy, that he wasn't a bad guy before he became a zombie, but he did get shot. So I don't know what he was up to that it would have put him in that position. Okay, so we are going to go ahead. Let's see. I'll have to look at that after. We'll read our Mad Libs. This is a graveyard bash. So we will see how this goes. Let me start this. It's kind of weird how they have this now, and I hate that my end of my comments are close to like the thing that makes your screen full screen or not. Like whoever designed that, that's weird. Here we go. A graveyard bash. Dear Travis, you are obviously invited to the most ghoulish zombie of the year. Where? The Ballsy Cemetery on Eternity Lane. When? Halloween night at the crunchy stroke of midnight. Why? If you're undead and enjoy sprouting until the break of playground, this shindig is for you. DJ Afterlife will be spinning potholes all night. The ghost of Hacksaw Past will be bartending, and the devil himself may even make a hairy guest appearance. RSVP, contact Uncle the Zombie at uncle-zombie@zombiefriends.com. Cute, cute, cute. So a little graveyard bash, and Travis is invited. I wonder if he'll go. I love it. The ghost of Hacksaw Past. Travis, take me as your plus one. I know. I'm gonna have to send this to him so he can read about himself and his invitation. Because he's still at work. I know. It's so silly. So silly. And isn't that in the Monster Mash? The Monster Mash, it is a graveyard bash. Does it say that in there? I'm pretty sure it does. That's what it kind of reminds me of. And then you have all these different monsters. I never thought of the devil as being a hairy person, but I guess. I mean, who knows? The devil can be anything, right? It could be an animal, a man, whatever. That's for sure. Okay, so yeah, it does. I thought so. I used to have an album that had all these little songs on them, and the Monster Mash was one of them. I had the Monster Mash on it, and they also had Puff the Magic Dragon. I remember that. It's a graveyard smash. Oh, yeah. The Monster Mash. He did the Monster Mash. It was a graveyard smash. So not a bash, but a smash. Okay, gotcha. 81% now of World War Z, slowly getting through it, hoping to finish tonight and tomorrow. Yay, Matthew. That's awesome. I know. I don't know how y'all are. When I'm getting close to the end on an audiobook, it's like I just want it to like progress faster. It's like you want to, come on, get there. I'm ready to do the next thing. So yeah. I think what I'm going to watch tonight, I'm going to watch the my H movie, House of the Dead. That was recommended by Linda, the gamer gal. She played a game the other day on her channel and didn't do too well because the game was broken. It wasn't as fun as some of her other zombie games that, you know, she has played live for sure. So let's see. It is 4:46. If we do 30 minutes, that'll put us at 5:15-ish. So I think that's what we can do. We could do a 30-minute sprint if that is good with y'all. And that will be our last one for this evening. Stormy, and there's a group on Saturday, on Mondays, that have sprints and they take turns. And today is Sarah's turn to do it. So I don't like to go into their sprints because I attend their sprints to show support. And Swink says, okay. So, and that'll give me time to finish up what I need to do before hopping on there. Okay, so we got the time set. Oops, let's do that. Okay, there we go. Let's share our screen. And we're gonna start. Okie dokie, y'all. This is gonna be our last sprint. I forgot to put our banner on here anyway. Look at me. Okay, last sprint. Happy sprinting, y'all. Welcome back. Okay, so during that sprint, I did not do much of anything except texting. We did determine a spot. Plan is the same, different restaurant. I need to text Kelsi and let her know the change. I did talk to my husband. And what else? Got in touch with Andrew, and then just finished the couple of paragraphs I had in Brain Eater Jones. So that was it. The 30 minutes flew by for sure. So during that time, we've had some people come in. Rally's here. Hello, Rally. And then we've had some people go out. Grandma Susan, I know you're gone by now. Thank you for being here. And then Alicia popped in, just joining. I didn't know you were sprinting today. Glad I could catch the last sprint and hang out for a bit. I know you're exhausted. And I sent something to you. So be looking for that this week. It should arrive. I know that it is not what you felt like dealing with this week for sure. So, one day at a time, like you said, one day at a time, and all will be well. And it may end up being even more fantastic than it was before. And Shannon said, family just got home. We'll be going to say hi to them and we'll return. How was the cake? Everybody enjoyed the red velvet cake that you made the other day? And Carmen had to hop off and pick up her grand zombie boy from school. Well, thank you for being here, Carmen. I hope you have a great evening. Maybe I'll see you on Sarah Sprints later. And Swank says, thanks for Sprint. See you Wednesday. Yep, I'll be back Wednesday, 3:30 p.m. Central Time. If anybody wants to come for sprints, it's our normal What's Up Wednesday sprints. And then, of course, on Saturday morning momentum for those of you who are looking for a power hour on a Saturday. And then thank you, Eleanor, for being here. Enjoyed everyone's company this afternoon. Same. I'm so glad that you were able to hang out and you found your book. And Matthew fed his dogs and read a little. Thanks for sprints. Thank you for being here, Matthew. I appreciate you very much. And hey to Alicia from Swank. And Mindy said, hello, had another gas station stop and got to 59% in my book, so read 9% on sprints. Very nice. You can't complain about that, that's for sure. So I hope everyone is enjoying what they're reading, whether you're reading for Zombiethon or you're just reading for other readathons. There's a lot going on in May. And I know there are a lot of sprints going on too. But if anybody is looking for sprints later on, I know that Sarah at Reading Regency Romance will be hosting the 6 p.m. Monday night sprints. Quite a few friends do follow them and hop on with them. So if you're looking for those sprints, and of course, if you're involved in other readathons as well. So I hope everybody has a good evening, and hey to Swank from Alicia. And like I said, I'll be back on Wednesday. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm going to be watching House of the Dead. That's going to be my next movie. I plan on doing that tonight. And I plan on reading more in Brain Eater Jones. I'm really hoping I can make a big dent in this. I will be starting The Last Kids on Earth tomorrow. I think this is a 3-hour audiobook, if I'm not mistaken. And it takes me an hour to get to the North Shore, to the South Shore, and it'll take me an hour to get back. So that'll be 2 hours right there of reading The Last Kids on Earth. And then I'll probably read as I'm going around town. I have errands and stuff to run on Wednesday. So I should be able to finish this, I would think. If I start tomorrow, finish it by Wednesday, and that'll be my second middle grade book. But I'm really excited about this one and getting into it because it's not just zombies, which I think is kind of fun too, but I love that it's illustrated. There are a lot of illustrations in here, and it just, looks like a lot of fun. So I'm really excited about it. Looks like it's going to be a cute series. I think the only reason I was hesitant to pick it up was because, it's got quite a few books in the series. And also too, I think some of the books have been turned into graphic novels, at least the first one, according to this. So there's a Last Comics on Earth. It's a graphic novel series, but they also have a TV show. So I'm also looking forward to that as well. So that's what I'm going to be reading. Um, I do need to start The Wind Through the Keyhole by Stephen King. I'm buddy reading that with Alex. She's already started. And then I also need to read the book for Cozy Cottage Book Club, which looks like it's going to be very cute. It's by Heather Fawcett, and it has to do with the cat shelter. So I think that's going to be a lot of fun. So those are my two ones that I have to do. Alicia ate dinner, fed the kiddos, and cleaned up my desk. Gold star. And thank you, Kat. It will be a nice surprise. Yes, it needs to be a happiness boost to help you not focus so much on the funkiness of the situation. So, you need a little bit of joy. And thank you, Shakira, for being here. Glad to be part of my first Zombiethon Sprint. Brains. Well, so glad that you were here, and hopefully you'll join me again. We will be having a happy hour hangout. Look for that. I'm in the process of making a thumbnail. I'm waiting for my zombie squad in case they want to change pictures up for that. But it's going to be 4 p.m. on May 17th. A little bit different. It's not necessarily sprints. It's a hangout. If you want to make a little cocktail, have some zombie snacks. But that's going to be on Sunday, May 17th at 4 p.m. Central Time. So if you want to hang out with us, we'll play some games. We will, I don't know if we're going to do the drawing or not. I'm in the process of coordinating that. But anyway, it'll be me with the zombie squad, and anybody can attend, whether you are participating in Zombiethon or not. It's always a fun time. And thank you so much, Alicia, for being in here, even if it was for a short time. Hopefully I'll see you on Wednesday. And thank you, Tanya, for being here. Have a great day tomorrow, and I'll be here Wednesday. Take care, everyone. Bye, Tanya. Enjoy the rest of your evening. And Sunday sounds fun. I hope you can make it. I know it's later in the afternoon. The only reason I had to do it later in the afternoon is because I'm attending a birthday party for baby Oliver, who's turning 1 year old. So that was the only day that everybody on my team could get together to be together. So that's why we have to do it at that time. So hopefully you can attend. It's not going to be like super long, just a couple hours, but I do know like you're way ahead of us. So hopefully you can attend. Thank you so much, Mindy, for being here. I appreciate you. I hope you are getting home safely and that it's not too super late by the time you get home and get back into your routine. So with that being said, everyone, thank you all so much for attending. Thanks for supporting Zombiethon. And hopefully I will see y'all soon. It's only 10 p.m. for me, so I'll be on. Yay! Woot woot. That'll be fun. That'll be fun. So stay amazing, be adventurous, but safe in your adventures. And I will see y'all soon.